So today's video is really a follow-up on the soul ties video. It got great response. Whenever I post about soul ties, it seems like that's an area that people really want to understand and really want to feel like they've broken free of. So I talked last time about what soul ties are, or signs that you have a soul tie. I believe they were 7. Like I said before, you can just Google soul ties and then Miss Princess Dom, and it should bring up that video. So as you go through that, it will determine, things will ring true, whether or not you have a soul tie. And as you begin to pray against those soul ties and break them, remember my book, Breaking Soul Ties, How to Take Your Whole Heart When Love Is Over. You can download that. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available on my website, sixfigureyourpassion.com, and you can click the shop now button, and there are lots of books in there. But download the book, because one of the comments that I got was that the person said they didn't realize that if you were sexually abused or raped, that you needed to break soul ties with that person. And you do. Whether you know them, whether they were a stranger, whether they are a family member, you need to break that bad soul tie, that unnatural connection that was forced upon you. You need to break that so that you are free to walk through the rest of your life without feeling that pull, that conviction, that shame, and all of that stuff that comes with abuse of any nature, right? So today I wanted to talk about, how to know it's broken. So you don't want to be like robotic, breaking stuff and coming against stuff that God has already settled and dealt with, and you're free, but you're still going in because maybe you feel like you should be doing it for months and months and years. But you will know, you will see the signs of breaking through in a couple of ways, and that's what I'm going to share right now. So the first way you will know that a soul tie is broken, there will no longer be that pull, that desire to reconnect, that what if, or maybe they changed, or whatever the case may be. You will no longer feel that pull. I think I shared it before. I had a friend who, she was in a relationship. The Spirit of the Lord, through prophecy, allowed me to prophesy some stuff over her life. She didn't listen, and it ended up being an abusive situation. There was blood, she was bleeding, all that kind of stuff. And even though that had happened, there was still a pull because of the connection they had, where she wanted to be back with him, right? And once it's broken, you will no longer feel that pull. There will not be an inkling of desire, because what's in the natural and what we feel naturally is only a result of what's going on in the spirit realm. So if there's no longer a connection, and that connection is broken, then in the natural you will no longer have that feeling, that desire, that whatever you felt the first time you saw that person, right? Also, how do you know soul ties are broken? And this is going to seem pretty strange, but your finances are freed up, right? So you're like, finances, relationship, but it's true, because see, when you are in the wrong relationships, and you come out of that, the enemy likes to send like backlash and retaliation. Remember, he likes it when we're yoked or, connected to people that, are no good for us. And messing with your finances in any aspect, we all know, gets your attention. You will stop. You will want to know what's going on. And sometimes even the people we date, they have strongholds on their life concerning money, finances. Maybe they have the poverty spirit. And when you come together and your souls are tied, what's in them flows to you, and what's in you flows to them. So that's another reason you need to just sever that and break that. Maybe they've never been any good at money. Maybe they are a gambler. Maybe they get their money in an illicit way, sell drugs or that kind of thing. Maybe they swindle people. Maybe they rob and shoplift. You know, you need to sever that connection even when the enemy is making it look like you're being punished in your finances for it. You have to continue to press through and not relent. Right? Amen. Also, your emotions. This is another way you know that the soul ties are broken. I talked about there's no pull, but your emotions concerning this person become steady. So what does that mean? It means you can mention them, you can pray for them without anger, guilt, or even that desire to return. So you pray for them like you would pray for, you know, if somebody tells you their mom is sick or, you know, their child is having surgery, you will just pray for them without any hidden motive, without any underlying feeling of, you know, clean him up, Lord, clean her up so they can come back to me. You will just pray because that's the God and the love in you that, you know, wants the best for people. And just because we want the best for people doesn't mean we want the people. So you can pray for somebody to have financial breakthrough, healing, and all of that without a desire to get with them or marry them or be their new boo. Okay? And lastly, in some cases, you can actually feel the freedom of the tie being cut. So you might wake up one day just feeling like, wow, something is different, you know, and if something is different in the natural, again, that means something is different in the spirit, and it just may mean that that is broken. But you can pray to God to confirm it. Sometimes in a dream, he will show you a separation, or he will show someone leaving on a train, or you will be taking off in the sky, going up in a plane, being elevated, and all of those are signs and things, you know, as you interpret it and pray into it and the Lord gives you understanding, could be confirming the fact that you've been praying diligently and the tie is broken. Now, if people are popping up in your dreams and it's like, you know, they're trying to talk to you or they're trying to sit down or come over for dinner, that's a more comfortable, intimate situation. So the tie is probably not broken. And here's the other thing, even when you download the book and you read through it, it doesn't mean that the first time or the second time that you say the prayer that it's going to be broken. Soul ties are built over time. You know what I mean? So if you're spending months and years talking to a person, sharing your heart with them, you know, you need to put in equal time to break and sever that tie. Now, God is sovereign. He can just allow one day, boom, the tie is broken. But for the most part, the Lord loves it when we put in the work and when we're diligent about it. And when we're not just sitting back waiting for someone else to do it for us or walk us through it. So I pray that helps you understand how to know that soul ties are broken. And if you're not seeing these signs, and that means continue to pray, continue to be diligent, and continue to press in and do another run through the house. Make sure you've gotten rid of all the stuff that they've given you. You don't need to save love letters. You don't need to save jewelry, fur, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I've known people who've had to throw away beds because, you know, they've slept with that person in the bed. So, you know, it might sound far-fetched, but hey, as believers, we can't give the enemy any opening, because once you do, he's going to walk in that opening. It's just as simple as that. Okay? So I pray this blessed you. I'm going to come back with more good stuff. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what you need help with, what you need understanding on, because that's how I'm basing the videos going forward. So someone asked for more information on soul ties and how to know that they were broken. And here it is. So if you have something that you are requesting, leave me a comment, and I love to know always what you think of the videos, what you want to see, and then we'll go from there. Amen. So be blessed, and I will see you next time.